afternoon. We are here on MLB The Show 26 with your Seattle Mariners. As the Mariners, who are currently sitting at 6-7, are getting ready to host a four-game series against the division-leading Houston Astros, who are sitting at 9-4 on the season. This season has been kind of a... Oh, okay, it ain't kind of. It's been an up and down season. Let's just call a spade a spade. It's been an up and down season. We had a good start against the Cleveland Guardians. Well, let's just be completely honest. We shit the bed against the New York Yankees, losing 3 in a row. We shit the bed against the Yankees, losing 3 in a row. Let's just take a look at the calendar. Gonna give it a run back here. So we've kind of had it hasn't really went well. So we won 4 in a row against Cleveland to start the season. So we're riding high. We're 4-0. Then we have the Yankees coming to town, and we dropped 3 from the Yankees. It's the Yankees, so you're kind of like, okay. Then we dropped 2 or 3 to. Then we dropped 2 or 3 to the Angels, and we dropped 2 or 3 to Texas. So we're sitting at 6-7, and I'm thinking to myself, "Fuck, what have I gotten myself into?" And I mean, not really, but sort of, because, well, frankly, I kind of thought I'd be in a better position than I am in now, but I'm not. So we got a 4-game series against Houston, and we're gonna do the 4-game series. Game 1 is gonna be Luis Castillo versus Ronel Blanco. Game 2 is gonna be Bryce Miller against Mike Burrows. Game 3, George Kirby and Hunter Brown. And then the final game of the series, Logan Gilbert versus Tatsuya Imai. I swear to God, I hope I'm saying that name right. So, excuse me. Give me just a second. Okay, sorry about that. Just needed a moment. So, I've been doing some thinking about this and how I'm going to approach this. Well, every time I've been doing a series, I've been playing the first game of the series. I thought I'd change it up a little bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to quick manage game number 1. We're going to play game 2. And then we're going to play games 2 and game 4. I'm going to quick manage game 1 and game 3. It's kind of how I want to do it. I just kind of want to do something a little bit different. Just kind of add a little bit to it. I mean, it's a process. So sue me. I'm figuring out my process. So anyway, let's get into it. So game 1, it'll be Ronel Blanco versus Luis Castillo. Castillo has yet to win a game yet, but he has made a couple of appearances. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to jump in. We're going to quick manage this one. And we're wearing the City Connect uniforms in this matchup, which I got to be completely honest, I love the City Connect uniforms. They looked awesome. I said that about a lot of teams, so Anyway, let's get into it. The Astros are making their way to Seattle. It'll be Luis Castillo versus Ronel Blanco. Everybody but Rivas is at full health. Rivas and Naylor are kind of going through a downer. Rivas is hitting 227. Sorry. God damn it. I can already say this. Depending on how things go with the Rivas during this series, there is a possibility that during this 4-game series, if Rivas could not pull it together during this 4-game series, then I may turn around and either put in Ryan Bliss or Miles Mastroni and let one of the two of them hit. But at least for this first game, I'm going to go ahead and let the lineup sit where it is, and then we'll go from there. Okay, so they want me to replace Naylor. I'm willing to do that. We'll bring in Ray Lee, and we'll let Ray Lee play first base. All right, let's go. Top of the first inning. All right, so we got 1 inning in the books, and we got nobody on the board. Astros get a run in the top of the second. It was a Yanner Diaz homer to right, his 5th on the season. You're out. All right, so we are in the bottom of the 3rd. Still no scores. We're going to the 4th. You're out. We are now currently in the 5th inning. No score. Castillo's holding his own, even though he gave up the homer in the 2nd, but seems to be bouncing back from it. Save! Out! 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 So we are 7 innings in. I'm going to give Castillo 1 more inning because, honestly, he's earned it. So we'll see what happens. He gets through the 7th, so we finally tie the game in the bottom of the 7th. Rob Refsnyder scores on a single by J.P. Crawford. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to remove Luis Castillo because, frankly, I'm not taking a chance in something stupid happening. So we're going to bring in Eduardo Bazardo.
Now pitching,
and we're going to let him pitch.
Number 83. You're out, Edward.
So we're in the bottom of the 8th inning. Top of the 9th. Bazardo is still on. It's going to be Christian Walker, Diaz, and Altuve.
3.
Walker strikes out.
3.
Diaz follows with a strikeout. Altuve flies out. So bottom of the 9th inning, Mariners have Donovan, Refsnyder, and Arozarena. I'll be honest, it ain't looking good, but just because it ain't looking good doesn't mean it won't work.
Ball 4, take the base.
So Donovan draws a walk.
3.
Refsnyder struck out.
3.
Arozarena did the same.
Now pitching for Houston, number 62, Bennett Sousa.
Bennett Sousa is coming in. He will face Rivas.
Ow.
And we will be going into extras. Altuve is on second. Bazardo is still on the mound. And the Astros have taken the lead thanks to a double by Myers.
3. Ball 4, take your base.
2 more runs score.
You're out. 3.
So we gave up 3 runs in the top of the 10th. We are now down 4-1. It's going to be the top of the order: Crawford, Raleigh, and Rayleigh.
Now pitching for Houston
Against Josh Hader.
Josh Hader.
And that is going to be it for Game 1. The Astros defeat the Mariners 4-1. We basically coughed it up in extras, giving up 3 runs. Player of the game is Josh Hader. Bennett Sousa gets tagged with the win. Eduardo Bazardo gets tagged with the loss. For the Astros, They only had 5 hits. Correa had 2. Yonder Alvarez had 1. Diaz had 1 with the homer. And Myers had 1. For the Mariners, Crawford had 2 hits. Raley had 1. Canzone had 2. And then Rivas had 1. It just, we couldn't put it together. Honestly. We could not put it together to save our own ass. So unfortunately, we fall to 6-8. We're in last place, 4 games behind the Astros with 3 games to go. Excuse me. God damn it. We got Mike Burrows, who's 0-1 on the year right now. He will face Bryce Miller in Game 2. Miller is 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA. Burrows is 0-1 with a 5.87. And we're going to go ahead and jump into this. And, oh, wow. All Northwest green. Looks good. I like that. All right. So we're going to look to bounce back from Game 1 and pick up the victory here, hopefully. Oh, so... Alright, so Bryce Miller against Mike Burrow. And let's get into it.
On the corner of Dave Niehaus Way and Edgar Martinez Drive, welcome to T-Mobile Park. An AL West matchup on the show. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. Hi, folks. John Shambi alongside Chris Singleton. Biggest story in this one is just how dominant his pitching has been, Singy. He's been in complete control in recent starts.
So much confidence on the bump, Boog. Painting corners, changing speeds. He's been an absolute nightmare for would-be hitters.
All right, so let's see. We got Bryce Miller going up against the Houston Astros here in Seattle.
And today's starter, Bryce Miller.
Miller making his third start on the year. He is 1-1 with a 2.45 ERA, 127 whip, is a strikeout rate of 13% with a 4.3 walk rate. So,
all right, ready to get underway.
Damn good numbers on strikeouts. Correa, a former rookie of the year back in 2015.
Middle outside.
And we're underway.
And the splitter drops for a strike. We're 6-8 right now. 2 games back in the wild card.
Low inside.
This to
And
third.
he's going to ground that to third, but it's foul.
Slider. Middle outside.
Flares it into the
Going to
outfield.
hit that into right.
It's
going to drop for a base hit. And Correa is going to get on to open the game.
This ball game tonight, and I always talk about get a knock in your first at bat. It just makes your confidence at such a higher level for the potential of having a big night.
Splitter.
Here's Jordan Alvarez.
He's done a great job making contact recently. Currently owns a 7-game hitting streak.
Low middle.
Correa goes. Swing and a miss. Throw down a
And we got Correa. Oh,
Not a fast runner.
earned a trophy.
So this kind of looks like it was a hit and run call from
Ha!
the dugout. Got to make
Oh,
contact.
so that's what they
somewhere,
call it.
somehow,
Okay,
because
cool.
that guy's not going to be able to steal second base and be safe.
It wasn't even close. We had the ball before he got to the bag.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
Ground
So
ball
what happens
right
when you
side.
try to run on
And
Raleigh?
foul
Or
ball.
Raleigh, I'm sorry.
Sinker. Low outside.
We got Alvarez to foul that off.
Just getting started here in Seattle. And down on
Got him
strikes
with
he
that one,
goes.
strike 3.
There's 2 down.
Alvarez
Not happy
disputes
about
that.
strike. Here's the challenge. And the strike
And he
will
is
stand.
going to be
That knocks them down to one
upset
challenge left.
because the call was
House base
upheld.
is empty. So next up for Houston, Jeremy Pena. That's a ball.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 1-0. And a
Fouled that one off. Count even at 1.
Middle outside.
2 down, nobody on. And there's a strike
That
on
one's
the
over
outside.
for strike
Four-seam
2.
fastball. Low outside.
Lined into right.
And he's going to line this
And
one to
that's
right.
down, a base hit.
It's down
So
for
it's
a hit.
knock keeps the inning alive.
That pretty much split
Inning
the zone
moves
down
on
the
as
middle,
Pena
and those are
moves
the
up to
ones where
first.
You gotta make them pay. And now they've got some speed on first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
High outside.
And now it's Christian Walker. 0 for 4 in the win last night. There's a strike.
Walker watches that one for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
Out towards
He
right center
hits
field.
this one to right center, but it's
And that'll
caught. And we're going to the bottom of the first
So now the
as
Mariners offense gets to go to work for the
Houston
first time.
puts up
We've
2
got
hits,
no
but
score.
nothing to
It's
score,
Major League
nothing
Baseball
to
on the
speak
show.
of it. Crawford, Raleigh, and Naylor will hit the plate, and they will meet Hunter Brown.
We go
I
to
mean,
the bottom of the
I'm
first.
sorry,
Starting on the mound
Mike
in this
Burrows.
one, Mike
God damn it.
Burrows.
Forgot what his
What do you
name
have on him?
A very forgettable start his last time out. Was only able to work a couple of innings. We're looking for him to put it all together today. Command,
So he's got
tempo,
2 starts. He's
just really
0-1.
a confident presence
7
out there on the
2/3
mound.
innings pitched. He has an
Crawford
ERA
getting ready to hit.
over 5. So
Crawford with some
if we can
impressive
get to him
production.
early, we can make things interesting. And Crawford, first pitch, he lines it into center, and he is on first base. So Burrows gives up an opening hit as Crawford just sent it right back up the middle and got himself a single.
To the ball and put it in play.
Cal Raleigh up next for the Mariners.
Riley watches that one for a ball. He won the Silver Slugger last year in
Crawford on at
2025.
first, nobody out. Just missed.
Ooh.
He's just missing with some
His
pitches
last
that-
10
those
games,
are
Raleigh's
not
had
strikes,
5
and that's what
homers,
you
10
pick off. Good
RBIs.
pitch is a strike, but so many times pitchers are trying to tease the
Oh,
zone.
that one hit on the ground, and that's going to unfortunately end up with a double play.
Double play.
For
So
me, that's one of the toughest
Houston
double
gets
plays
themselves
in
out
the
with
infield.
the double
First
play.
baseman has to get inside, create a throwing lane to hit that middle infielder to start the double play, and then from there completing it back to first. Really good job all the way around.
Base is empty after the double play. Here's Josh
Naylor is on base. He's hitting 196.
That's a
He
bullet, but it
got a
goes
hold of that
foul.
one, but drove it foul.
Naylor working
A little
through some
early on
struggles
that one.
lately.
Yeah, they say baseball is a game of failure, and that's true even for longtime major leaguers. Sometimes you'll have tough stretches just like this, but he's an experienced vet. He'll probably right the ship.
Naylor is going to hit
This
that one
one
to
in the
center,
center
and it's going to be
field.
out number
And that's the
3.
inning.
So 1 inning in the books.
That inning in the
Houston
books
and
tonight.
Seattle
And we're
are tied at
scoreless here on
0.
the show. Back in Seattle, at the plate is the Astros catcher, Yainer Diaz.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Diaz went deep in his most recent game.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Fouled off down the right
Hit that
side.
one foul.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
This one in the air.
He
Center
hits this one
field.
to the center. Rodriguez
And there's one
makes
away.
the catch, and that's out number one.
Batting fifth, the second baseman,
Jose Altuve up to hit here.
Four-seam fastball.
Altuve officially joined the 2,000 hit club in 2023 with every career hit as a Houston Astro. Third player in club history with 2,000 hits and 200 home runs. Jeff Bagwell, Craig Biggio, those are the two others, and that's some great company, Boog.
Fouled that one off. Count goes to
No
0-2.
score here in the second.
Low outside.
And ring him off.
And they said he went around.
That's a
He got
strikeout.
called for a
Well, he just
strikeout.
went right after him there. No messing around with the off-speed stuff. Here's my fastball. If you can hit it, go for it. 3 fastballs. See you later. Definitely builds your confidence out on the mound.
Low middle.
Now here
So
is
this is
Jake Myers.
Jake Myers.
Pitches in there.
He watches
It's
that
0-1.
slider over for a strike.
Splitter. Low inside.
That one misses for a ball. Myers has spent his entire 6-year career with Houston. And
Base
he
hit,
lines
center
this
field.
one into center. It's going to be dropped for a base hit as Rodriguez
And that keeps the inning
throws
alive.
it back into second. Inning continues.
batting eighth, the left
Myers sitting at first.
Here's the left fielder, Zach
Low
Cole.
outside. Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Watches that one for a strike.
Four-seam fastball. High outside.
The 0-1. In the air,
Cole
center
hits this
field.
one into center. Rodriguez
And that
catches
is
that one, and we're headed to the bottom of the second.
So
No
one hit is
score.
all they get. We go to
As
the bottom
Houston
of
has
inning number
3
2.
hits,
No
but
score.
nothing to speak of. Seattle has 1. Still no score as we go to the bottom of the second.
Back at T-Mobile Park
Leading off
and
for
stepping
the
in for the
Mariners,
Mariners,
the right
Dominic
fielder, number
Canzone.
8, Dominic Canzone.
Dominic Canzone.
Bats left, throws right. He made his major league debut in 2023, and he was drafted in the 8th round back in 2019.
That's that one foul.
On the ground.
Hits that one to second. That's going to be the first
On
out.
to first. Leadoff man
And
retired here in the
Canzone
second.
is out. Julio Rodriguez will be up.
Number 44, Julio
And now it's Julio Rodriguez.
Rodriguez.
I think when you contemplate him as a player, the first thing you think about is defense, and you think about that great arm.
I also think about the speed. If he can get on, that's going to give one more thing for that pitcher to think about.
That one fouled
Rodriguez
off.
fouls that one off. Count goes to 0-1. He went 0 for 4 last night against the Astros with 2 Ks.
Fouled off. He was
Another
late.
foul ball.
The 0-2. And he grounds one
And
to the
he
right
hit that
side.
one to second, and that's going to be out
Altuve
number
slings to
2.
first. Already 2 out here in the
So we
home
got
half
2
of inning
outs
number 2.
in the bottom of the second inning.
Down the third baseman,
As Brendan Donovan comes to the plate. Donovan gets a hold of that one and hits it
And that is
in the
that.
center, but it's caught. So 2 innings in the
3 out
books,
for him there.
no
He's
score,
played 2 full. We're tied at
and
0-0.
we're headed to the third. No score.
Well, here we go. Top of the third, scoreless game.
Taken high in the draft, he's had that top prospect labeled over him since he put on a professional uniform. But at some point, that starts to go away, and you've got to produce at the big league level.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Here comes the 0-1. And that is out of
Fastball
play.
behind
No
0-2.
curve. Low outside.
The 0-2. And that just misses.
Ooh,
Sinker.
I'll take it.
Low inside. Sinker. Low inside.
He
Ground ball
hits
up the
this
middle.
one on the
Dives,
ground,
and he can't hang on.
but he
No
can't
play
get
as
it.
an infield
So
single.
Cam Smith is on with the single.
Up next to the Astros, the third baseman.
So the Houston lineup turns over. Carlos Correa, the next to hit. He's 1 for 1. Led off the game with a single.
Oh, that's low.
Sinker. Low outside.
In the air.
Correa
right
gets a
field.
hold of that
Canzone
one.
Gets under it.
Canzone's going to make
And
the
there's one
catch. Smith is going to have to haul back to first. So we got one out
Number 44, designated hitter, Jordan.
with
One out
Alvarez
at
coming up
first.
next.
Now it's Jordan Alvarez. He's 0 for 1. Swings
Alvarez
over the top of
swings
that
over
one.
the
Well,
sinker,
hitter
or the
shows the
splitter.
pitcher that he's willing to
Sinker.
go after that pitch down in the zone. So perhaps he'll come back to it. Still try to get that ground ball double play.
Up the middle, Rivas. Glove flip for 1. Double
Get the
play.
double play. We're going to the bottom of the third. So Miller, he's doing well.
We move on to the
We-
bottom of inning
We're
number
giving up
3.
hits,
No
but
score.
they're not leading to anything, which is good. So we're headed to the bottom of the third with no score here in Seattle.
Back here at the ballpark, let's check out the latest news from around the
The
league.
left fielder, number 30, Rob.
Wow. So Skeens throws 7 innings, 2 hit ball against the Cubs, but the Cubs win in extras against the Pirates. And then Will Smith decides to collect himself a little 6 RBI game in his victory over the Rangers. Say not too bad. Rob Refsnyder's up, and he's going to line that one into right field for a single.
To start the inning.
And we're going to start the inning with Refsnyder sitting at first.
Just a really controlled, simple swing. We don't see a whole lot of that these days with hitters trying to launch and hit home runs, but sometimes you got to shorten up just like that.
Now it's Randy Arozarena. Hitless in 4 at-bats yesterday.
Randy Arozarena watches that one for a ball. Arozarena hitting .255 at this point. We got Refsnyder at first.
And a 1-0. Swings through that.
And he swung and missed at the slider. So
Now quick throw to first. Refsnyder.
we got
Got
Refsnyder
kicked
at
in
first.
safely.
Arozarena is at the dish. Rivas is on deck.
Ball to strike. The pitch.
Oh, that
way
one's inside for a
Straighten
ball.
up a little bit.
Count goes to 2-1. Refsnyder waiting off first base.
Right through there for a strike.
Oh,
He's going
that
off
was
speed.
a
He needs to
strike.
elevate here with 2 strikes out of the zone.
I knew better. I knew to swing, but
Out towards
and
right center
Arozarena is
field.
going to get this one into
Myers on the
right
move to the
center.
gap. He's got
It's
it.
going to
And
get
there's one down.
caught. He's going to go back to first. And we got one out.
Batting ninth, the second baseman,
As Rivas.
Rivas.
As Leo
Now
Rivas
it's the
comes to the
second
dish.
baseman, Leo Rivas. Just a slow
And
ground
Rivas
ball
hits this
time.
one,
Taking it
and it's
second
going to
for one.
be...
Throw to first, but he beat it.
Oh, they only get to force at second
Number 3,
on Refsnyder.
J.P.
Rivas ends up being
Back to
safe
the
at
top of the
first.
Seattle
J.P.
order,
Crawford
J.P.
with the
Crawford.
dish.
Now at the plate, 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the first with a single. In the air to
And
left
Crawford's
center.
going to line this one to left
On his way
field.
in, but it bounces
Oh, it
off the
drops!
ground.
Wow.
Throw in holds
That
the
was,
lead runner at second. 2 on now. with 2
Interesting.
away.
The catcher,
I don't think I ain't seen that. So Cole dropped the ball.
Next for Seattle, Cal Raleigh. He's over.
Wow. Let's take a quick look at the replay. I'm curious. And really, I want to see this from the point of view of the ball here, really. So we're going to look at that. So he gets the ball, and it's a good hit. And you're thinking, I'm sitting there thinking, oh my God, he's gonna, oh my God, this is gonna be out number 3. The ball's coming in, and I mean, he's making the play, and oh, it just hits the top of the glove and just skips off. So that's what it was, is the fact that it just skimmed off the top of the glove. Raleigh fouls that one off.
The M's
Raleigh went 0 for 5 in his last game.
Second game of the series. Tapped in the play, but it's a foul
count
ball.
goes to 0 and 2.
Now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up, try to track the ball, block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about, but some way, somehow.
Raleigh gets a hold of that one, but
way back there.
let's see. Oh, it got caught in at the warning track. So 3 innings in the books. Raleigh was so close to a homer, and he's
3 innings complete.
frustrated.
Nothing.
So Seattle and Houston are both tied at 0 as we enter now the 4th inning.
As we go to the top of the 4th, Jeremy Pena, top 5 in home runs in the league. And his taters don't just lead the yard, they lead the conversation.
Yeah, it's like there's a swing and
So they've got 3 guys in the home run list. Very interesting.
StatCast
That
doesn't
one
even flinch
missed by
anymore.
ball.
Just shrugs and says, yeah, that tracks.
You know, Boog, if he parks one more into the upper deck, they're going to name the seat after him.
That one's over for a strike.
Middle outside.
And that one hammered.
Lines
way
this
back
one
there.
into the
And
corner,
that's a
but it's
foul ball.
foul.
Clearly, he was geared up for the fastball right there. Maybe got a little jumpy and excited out of the hand, but he certainly
That
didn't miss a
one's
stick.
hit the second.
What a stop to first.
Throw
And
to
they get
first,
the
and
out.
that's the first out.
Up next for the Astros, the first baseman, number 8.
So here's the Astros cleanup
Oh,
hitter.
Christian Walker is up.
Scoreless here, but now he's got to deal with a guy who's got some power. Got to be careful when you're talking about a hitter with this type of slug and these type of home run totals. Walker
No,
tries to hold up. Appeal
they
to
said he
first,
held up.
Did not go.
Knuckle curve. Middle outside.
The 1-0. Just missed.
He's clearly
Really?
trying to work him away here. Both pitches off the plate.
I
If
think
you
he
really
made
want
it.
to put the ball in play, you're going to have to stay back and drive it to the opposite field.
Pretty close, but it was a ball.
okay.
So they'll lose their first challenge. All tied up, top half of inning number 4.
Fouled that one
That
off.
one
Count
ripped,
goes to
but
2
foul.
and
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
Another foul. Count even at 2.
Splitter. Low outside.
Pitch in the dirt. And now 3 and
In
2.
the dirt, 3 and 2. Diaz
Splitter.
will be next.
Middle outside.
On the ground.
And that one's fouled
And it
off
goes
too.
Just foul.
Low middle.
3-2.
He hits that one
Base hit.
through the
So
gap,
Board
gets
now with
himself
one away.
on. So Walker is at first with 1 out, and Diaz will be at the plate.
Up next for the Astros, the
Man,
catcher,
Siggy, he
Yair
hit that ball right on the sweet spot. According to StatCast, the exit below 110 miles an hour.
Yeah, Boog. I mean, that right there is an absolute missile. And he just put a great swing on it, squared it up perfectly.
Diaz is going to
Those
pop
are the
this
ones
one
that
up to
feel
Riley,
really good.
and that's going to be out number 2.
Riley takes it in for the out.
So-
2 down.
Up next for the Astros.
We fought with Walker, but we get Diaz with 1 pitch.
Altuve.
Altuve is
There's the
next.
former MVP, Jose Altuve.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And that's in there
Too
for
bad
a
he
strike.
watches that slider first, right?
Finds the mark.
Now, this guy is just filling up the strike zone right now. Don't want to get yourself in an 0-2.
He hit the knuckle curve in the left center.
And that'll do it.
Rodriguez makes the catch, and we are headed to the bottom of the fourth. No score.
No score.
Got Naylor, Canzone, and Rodriguez coming to the plate.
Welcome back. Let's check out what's been happening of late. Really been struggling.
Number 12, Chuck Naylor.
Naylor swings through
Son
that
of a
one
bitch.
as he comes to the plate for the second time today.
Naylor lines that one over first, gets himself a hit, and we start the game. We start the inning
He needed that one. It's
with
been a
Naylor
tough
on
stretch at the
first.
plate lately. The pitch was in and off the plate. So hard to do anything with the pitch in that location, but somehow he got the barrel to it and hit it well. Pretty amazing.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Dominic Canzone. 0 for 1 so far. This one in the air.
And Canzone's going to pop that one up.
Takes
And that's
it
going
in
to be
for the
out number 1.
Up next for the Mariners, the center fielder, number 44, Julio.
Go ahead, run on base. Julio Rodriguez. Up next for the Mariners. Grounded out his first time.
Well, we call that keyholing. Even though it's right there and looks pretty good, if he doesn't love it, he's not going to swing that early in the count.
Yeah, I'm not swinging that early at a
Quick move to
curveball.
first, and he's back in there. Close, but called a ball. Ball 1. 1 away, tie game, go-ahead run, stands at first. We're here in the bottom of the 4th.
Fouled that one off. Count goes to 1 and 2.
In the air, right field.
Got a hold of that
Smith
one. It's
on
going to
his
get
way
into
over.
right.
Out.
That's going
Number
to be
2.
out number 2.
Up next for the Mariners,
Brendan Donovan up next for the Mariners.
Brendan Donovan is at the dish. And he's going to line this one into center.
Coming on, makes it
And that's
nice
going to be the
running
end of the
catch.
4th.
That is
So
the
4
inning.
innings in the
Mariners
books.
lead 1.
No
Through
score.
4, still tied. Zip, zip.
Been a pitching duel so far through the first 4 innings, which is
We go to the
good.
top of the 5th, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Jake Myers is up next. He singled.
Four-seam fastball. Low outside.
In the
Myers.
air to left center, and it falls.
Lines
And a
that
good
one into
start
left
to the
center, and he
inning.
gets himself a hit.
Well, he's
That
been
was
working out of the stretch
popped
just
over
about
Crawford's
the entire
head.
game, Boo. A lot of base runners on against him, and he's just done a really nice job of scattering the hits, not giving up any runs. But it's some
Runner takes off and fouled off.
Knuckle curve. Low inside.
Pitch out, but no action.
Splitter. Low inside. Splitter. Low inside.
Here's a 1-1. To short.
He hits
could
that
be
one to
2.
short.
There's 1.
And close, but
It's a
we couldn't
fielder's
get Cole.
choice.
So we get a fielder's choice, getting getting the runner,
Now it's
getting
the
the
right
runner
fielder,
first
Cam
out.
Smith.
Cam
Reached out
Smith
infield
is
single his
up.
first time.
Four-seam fastball. Middle outside.
Popped up to
Smith
the left
pops this into foul
ground.
territory. Donovan's going to come over,
Takes
makes
it
the
in
catch,
for the
and that's
out.
going to be out number 2. We'll go back to the top of the order.
Go ahead run on
Up next to the
base.
Astros,
And here
the
comes
third
Carlos
baseman,
Correa.
number
1 for 2.
Four-seam fastball. High middle.
And it's fouled off.
Correa fouled that one off.
Correa,
Count goes
a
to
former
0-1.
club winner, a member of the 1,000 hit club, the former rookie of the year, the 0-1. There's a sinker.
Watch
at the
that
knees for a
one.
strike.
Count goes to 0-2.
Outside.
Foul ball left side.
Fouled
He'll
that
see
one
another.
off. Count stays at 0-2.
High outside.
Cut on
And he misses the fastball.
And that
So,
is the inning. Still
we're going to the bottom of the fifth.
for him after 5.
Nobody
And
is
we
on the
still have
board
no score.
as Houston keeps adding to their hit total, but nothing's coming from it, which thank God for us. Thank God that's the case for us.
Welcome back. Quite a pitcher's duel so far. Here's how the starters have performed up to this point.
Ref Snyder.
Rob Refsnyder is at the dish as Burrow enters inning enters the
Dribbler
fifth.
up along third.
Refsnyder's going to ground
In
out the
plenty of time
third.
at first, 1 pitch and 1 out.
And unfortunately, that's how the bottom of the fifth inning is going to start.
So up next, Randy Arozarena. Fly to center his first time. He's 0 for 1. This one popped
And
up.
Rosarena is going to pop this one up to
He
second.
makes the grab, and there are 2
That's
outs.
going to be out number 2.
Leo Rivas up next for the Mariners. 0 for 1. He hit into a fielder's choice his first time.
Rivas is up. And
he's a
he's going to
ground ball
ground
right
it to
side.
second.
To
And
first. They don't come any
5
quicker.
innings in
3
the
pitches
books.
for 3. Back in Seattle, start of the 6th, John Shambi with Chris Singleton. And leading off, Yordan Alvarez.
Sinker. Low outside.
Well, these Astros just aren't putting great swings on the baseball in this one. They're trying to find ways to drive the ball with some authority, but it's just not happening for them so far. 0 extra base hits in the game.
Count
so
evens at
it's
1.
tough for them to get anything going. Sometimes you have to keep chipping away until you break through, but it's a lot easier to put runs on the board when you have
Foul
runners
ball.
in scoring position.
Count goes to
because
1
they
and
put
2.
themselves there.
Middle outside.
Fights that one
And
away,
another
still
foul
1-2.
ball.
Slider. Middle inside.
Fouls it back with 2
And
strikes.
another one.
Splitter. Low outside.
Sets him down
Got
with
him.
strikes. And that's 4 strikeouts.
Well executed
Alvarez
pitch on the
goes
outside
down
part
on
of
the
plate.
K.
Jeremy Pena will hit next.
Four-seam fastball. High inside.
Kenya lines that one
Base
over.
hit.
That
And
one's
that's
gonna be a
one-out
base
single.
hit.
Looking to extend the play now. And he's into second base.
And
with
he got
one
to
away
second
as
with the double.
go-ahead run.
Up next to the Astros. The
So next up for Houston, Christian Walker.
Four-seam fastball. Middle inside.
Walker fouls that one
Pitcher,
away.
You know the runner on second is ready to push things with his speed. A base hit is probably going to be a big run, so you really have to execute on the mound.
Hard grounder into the outfield for a nod. Here comes the runner. Fires to the plate.
Was offline, and Houston
Well, he comes through.
just put up their
The
first
RBI
run.
single, that was big. I know that was a ground ball, but it was absolutely hammered through the infield. That's not one you're excited to get in front of if you're an infielder. You know they used to say, charge it. Crazy.
1 down. And here is Yainer Diaz.
High outside.
So Houston has finally broken through. They've got a run on the board as Walker sitting at first. after the RBI single. Diaz is at the plate.
Low outside.
A little out front there as he
Swung over.
swings through it.
Quickly in an 0-2 count, you've got to figure out a way to shorten your path to the baseball. Put it in play somewhere, then you got a chance.
And that one's hitting to left.
Ref Snyder.
Ref Snyder makes the catch. That's out number 2.
So digging in, Jose Altuve.
Middle outside.
Swing and a high fly
Altuve
ball
hits
out
this
there
one to
towards
left.
field.
Ref Snyder chases
that's
it
the third
down.
out.
That's going to be out number 3 as we're going to head
So
to the
one
bottom of
run
the
in the inning
6th.
on this base hit. It's
Houston
now
is
1-0.
on the board.
This is AL West action on MLB
1-0
The Show.
over Seattle.
Bottom of the 6th. Here's the Mariners leadoff man, J.P. Crawford.
J.P. Crawford.
So J.P. Crawford is at the dish.
On the
And
ground,
he's going to
right
hit that one to
side.
second.
Tosses to first. One
And
away,
that's out
bottom of
number
the
1.
6th.
Up next for the Mariners.
Next to hit, Cal Raleigh. Cruising on the mound right now, but a dangerous hitter here in this spot. A guy with some slug to him. Swing and a miss as he was late that time.
I'm impressed by the number of first pitch strikes. He's not afraid of contact. Some guys, they'll nibble just because they don't want to get hit hard. That's not what we're seeing here.
0-1 down. The Mariners trailing by a run here in the bottom of the 6th. And a foul ball.
Ooh, that one.
Backed off the plate.
Count
that time.
evens at 2.
Pretty frugal guy. He is very efficient with the pitch count in this one.
Here's the 2-2. Ground ball right side.
And
It's
he's
scored
going to get a
through.
base hit. Raleigh is on
And the tying run is
with
on
1
base.
out.
Up next for the Mariners.
And now
Josh
it's
Naylor's
Josh
at the
Naylor.
dish.
Naylor.
And that one's going to go through the middle. Runners are going to be at first and second.
Runner rolls up at second.
With 1 out.
Scoreboard now.
Now, just a nice job coming through in a pretty high leverage spot right there. Now a pretty big at bat coming up with a chance to even this ball game up.
And stepping in for the Mariners.
Give me 1 second. Canzone 0 for 2 on the day. Hoping to right that ship here and
Dominic Canzone.
get himself
Now time called at the plate.
get himself going.
Up and in.
Watches
And
that
that's
one for a
1.
ball.
Runner edges away at second.
And
This one in the
Canzone's
near
going to
center
fly
field.
out to center. And that's going to
And
be
there's
out
out.
number 2.
Up next for the Mariners.
Julio Rodriguez coming.
Julio
to the plate now.
Rodriguez is
Base
at
spot.
the dish.
Rodriguez.
Let's see if he can put something together. He is 0 for 2 on the day. Runs inside for a
Raleigh
ball.
At second. Naylor at first. 2 out of the inning. This one chopped
And
to the
he
ground.
fouled that one off. Count even at 1.
Here's a 1-1.
And
is
that
out of
one's
play.
fouled off. Count goes to 1 and 2. So we got a 1-2 count, 2 outs, bottom of the 6th. This is Seattle's best, and God damn it, Julio strikes out. So Seattle gets 2 guys on, but we get nothing to speak for it. 6 innings in the books. Houston is ahead 1-0, as it's becoming a little bit more apparent that Seattle is starting to run out of time here.
Top of inning number 7, and stepping in for the Astros, Jake Myers.
Four-seam fastball, low middle.
Bounced up the middle.
He hits this one to short. Crawford.
First on the run.
No, he's safe as Myers beats that out.
With an infield single. And it looks like they
Let's take a look here.
Challenging this one. Very close play, and we will take another look as well.
I couldn't tell in live action, that's for sure.
No.
And, you know, the umpire is so much closer to the play, and he thought he beat the throw, so we'll see.
Now at the plate, Zach Cole. And there's the strike.
Four-seam fastball, high inside.
Next
Foul
offering
that
is
one
foul
off.
back.
Splitter, low outside.
The 0-2. Ground ball. left
Grounded that
side.
one to third, but that's
Just
foul.
Four-seam fastball, low inside.
Here's the 0-2. On the ground.
He's going to
right
hit that one to
side.
second.
Spin throw, that's one. To first
And they only get one as Cole
Great
gets his
effort there.
hustles down the line.
The right fielder, Cam.
So we get the fielder's choice at second.
One out man at first.
Cam Smith
That's
is
the
up.
hit for Houston. Cam Smith.
Four-seam fastball, high middle. Four-seam fastball, high outside.
Runner on the go. And there's a foul ball.
That one's fouled off. Count 0-2.
Middle outside.
The 0-2. Got
He
it.
swung and missed at the slider.
He picks up
That's
his
out
first
number 2.
strikeout on the hill. And here's a look at how he's using his pitches in this one. Well, now here's Carlos Correa with a chance.
Carlos
to hit.
Correa is at the
1 for
dish.
3.
Four-seam fastball, middle outside.
Up the middle. Dives, but it kicks off his glove. To first, and he beats it.
And everybody's
Just a good
safe.
job putting the ball in play and then busting down the first baseline, beat the throw pretty easily. That's one of those you classify as just too hot to handle. Hit it on the screws, and it couldn't be fielded cleanly, but you can't really.
We're going to bring in Matt Brash.
Manager out of the dugout, and he's going to. New pitcher on here, Matt Brash.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
Alvarez in the box now. Takes strike 1.
Some hitters are just more confident they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Count goes to 0-2 as he fouls that one off.
Low outside.
2 on, 2 outs.
He hits this one back up the middle.
Runner around third. He'll score easily.
And they're going to score 2-0.
And they lead by 2.
Well, there you go. The RBI machine. Another clutch run scoring at bat.
Yeah, he's been so good in these situations. Call it clutch if you want, but his resume speaks for itself. And that one fouled
Count goes to
off.
0-2.
The Astros trying to break this one open here in the top half of inning number 7.
And he's going to swing and miss at that.
Struck him out.
We're going to the 7th inning stretch as Jordan Alvarez
RBI single
helped
pushes
to
across
add to
over.
the lead for
7th inning
Houston
stretch
as they are up
Watching
2-0.
Mariners baseball on the show Northwest. Back at T-Mobile Park, and now for Seattle.
Brendan Donovan is coming to the dish.
Well, these Mariners definitely being aggressive at the plate, but I think it's fair to wonder if they're being a little over-aggressive. They're swinging at a lot of first pitches, and they've given away 7 outs as a result.
they might just want to consider a more patient approach. I'm sure it's at least something they've chatted about in the dugout. Coming into this one, that was probably the game plan. Attack early in the count, but doesn't seem to be working out the way they wanted to. We'll see if they make an adjustment.
So we're down 2-0. We got to put together something between now and the 9th inning. And Donovan lines it to second. That's going to be out number 1.
And up next for Seattle, Rob Refsnyder.
Rob Refsnyder's at the dish. He's 1 for 2 on the day.
Ball, that's out.
Outside.
That one misses for a ball. Count goes to 2-0. And he hits this one back up the middle. And it's going to be a base hit as Refsnyder gets on.
Tying run to the plate.
Refsnyder's on. Tying run comes up to the plate. Let's see if Seattle can put something together.
Here comes the manager out of the dugout,
and they're going to make a move to the pin. Burrows is done for the day. He's got the lead, so
new pitcher on the bump when we get back.
Trust me, that's a good thing for him.
So they turn to the lefty in this spot.
So Stephen Okert is coming in. He is the left-hander. He's made 5 appearances. He's 2-0 with the hole. 5 2/3 innings pitched. 1.59 ERA. So
man at first with 1 gone. Now it's going to be Randy or Rosarena.
We're going to have our hands full.
In the dirt.
That one missed for a ball. Of course the runner stayed where he is. What's he going to do? Decide to run knowing he's not going to get to second? To the ball just stayed in front of the catcher?
Right here. Try to close that gap. But, at the very least, if you could find a way to manufacture that run from first, it feels like it's really important.
This one is in the center. And it's going to be caught for out number 2. So Rosarena goes down. Rivas will come to the dish.
Leo Rivas getting ready to hit. A switch hitter batting right.
Rivas fouled that one out of play. Had a good look at it, but just didn't get it out the hand.
Run at the plate.
That one misses for a ball. Count is even at 1. Rivas gets a hold of this one. It's going to drop. Base hit. So we got 2 outs. And 2 runners on. Top of the order is up. As J.P. Crawford comes to the dish.
Sometimes you got to shorten up just like that. Now that sets up a huge at bat in this ball game.
So back to the top of the order. J.P. Crawford gets a chance to hit.
Crawford hits this one into right. And Cam Smith is going to make the catch. 7 innings in the books. No score for the Mariners as they've tried to put something together, but we got 2 more innings to go. Houston is up 2-0.
Back in Seattle, their offense has produced a lot of hits so far, as we see from the spray chart.
Yeah, it looks like they've been spreading it out pretty well in this one, Boog. Spraying the ball all over the yard. Good team effort at the dish.
Grounds one to short. Crawford
throws this one over to first.
1 pitch and 1 out.
And we got 1 out.
Up next for the Astros, the catcher,
Yainer Diaz digs in now. 0 for 3 in this one.
Ball. And over for a ball.
Slider, low outside.
Swing and a ground ball.
Crawford misses that one.
And a man aboard.
And we got a runner at first.
Four-seam fastball.
Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Foul ball.
Altuve fouls that one off.
Circle change. Low middle.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes. Swing and a high fly ball. Well struck.
And that is gone.
Out of here. Jose Altuve will touch them all. His second of the year. One down. And now the center fielder, Jake Myers. In the air, right field. Canzone drifts towards it. He's there. He's got it. And there's two down.
Up next to the Astros.
Zach Cole now at the plate.
Middle outside. Slayer. Middle outside.
Swing and a miss as he was late.
Two really good back-to-back sliders. Now in an 0-2 count. He's feeling real confident about finishing this hitter off. He can go anywhere he wants.
This ball's chopped on the ground. He takes it himself.
So we get to the bottom of the eighth. And Houston has busted this open. It is 4-0.
4-0 ball game. This is AL West action
As we get ready to
MLB
enter the
Show.
bottom of the eighth inning.
On to the bottom of the eighth. Cal Raleigh steps in, top five in WAR.
Cal Raleigh
Basically
comes
more
to
than
the
a couple of
dish.
bottom feeder teams. Unreal singing.
Yeah, he's not just valuable, Boog. He's practically carrying the franchise in a backpack.
Swinging a foul
Raleigh
straight back.
fouled that one off.
Bounce to the left
And
side.
he's going to hit that one to short. That's going to be an out.
Whips it to first.
So
And
the
that's
bottom of
one
the
away
eighth opens
as the
with
leadoff
Raleigh
man is
grounding
in
out
the
to
eighth.
short.
Up next for the Mariners.
So up next,
The first
Josh
baseman,
Naylor.
number 12, Josh Naylor.
On the ground, right
He's
side.
going to hit that one to second.
Handles.
And
throws to
that's going
first,
to be out
two
number
away.
2.
Up next for the Mariners, the right fielder, number 8, Dominic.
Here comes the skipper out of the dugout, and he's ready to make the move. Steven Okert is done. We'll be back in a minute with a new
Interesting.
arm on the mound.
Okay, that's an interesting play. Okert is leaving the game.
So a new pitcher out of the bullpen for the Astros, Spencer Arrighetti. He's into the game with the
Spencer
bases empty.
Arrighetti is going to come in and pitch.
Dominic Canzone
And he's going to
up
face
next for the
Dominic
Mariners.
Canzone.
To the right side.
And Canzone's going to hit that one to second. That's going to
Swings
be
to
out
first,
number
and
3.
It's a 1-2-3 inning. It's
8
the
innings
Astros
in the
4,
books,
and
and
Mariners
the Astros are seemingly well on their way to winning this one. It's 4-0.
Welcome back as we take a look at their upcoming
Right fielder,
schedule.
Cam Smith.
We got 2 more against the Astros, and then we've got a road trip to San Diego, and then a homestand with the Rangers in the Athletics.
Sinker. Middle inside.
Smith leading things off and takes a strike.
Middle inside.
Foul ball.
Fouled that one off.
Slider. Low outside.
Struck him out swinging. And a strikeout for the first out here in the ninth. Back to the top of the order now. Now Correa up to hit.
Well, impressed that he went right after him on that first pitch. That's the key. Try to get ahead in the count, then you can play around a little bit more as the at-bat expands.
And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it.
Low middle.
To third.
Correa hits
Donovan.
this one to third. And he is going to be out on the ground out.
2 down, base is empty. Yordan Alvarez, the next to hit. That one finds the zone.
Little full strike.
Middle inside.
Foul ball there.
Alvarez fouled that one
the
off.
game's close right now, but it's not out of reach either. And these guys really need to put up a 0 on the board just to maintain a little hope.
Knocks that one away, and we'll do it again.
And that one's fouled off.
Low outside.
2 down, nobody on.
Got him. That's going to strike 3. So we're going to the bottom of the ninth. This will be the Mariners' last chances. It'll be Rodriguez, Donovan, and Refsnyder.
All set for the bottom of the ninth. And stepping in for the Mariners,
Spencer Aranjetti will be doing the pitching. One misses for a ball.
Out to
That
short.
one is grounded to short, and Rodriguez is going to be out.
Leadoff man retired here in the ninth.
Rodriguez goes down on a ground out to the shortstop to open the ninth.
So digging in, Brendan Donovan.
Brendan Donovan's at the dish. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Donovan rounds this one to second, but it hits off the second baseman, and Donovan's going to make it to first. So we have a 1-out base hit here in the ninth. Rob Refsnyder is up.
Next for the Mariners.
He's hit 2 singles already, hoping to hit at least another hit, hoping to hit a third. And he watches that curveball.
Quick
Count
toss to
is
first.
1-0.
Back on a dive.
I think you want to get a one-way lead, be very aggressive in the secondary. This hitter not a power guy, so you want to make sure that you get some
Refsnyder is going to
on the
line out the
secondary lead
right.
and perhaps score
That's
a
going
ball
to
in the
be
gap.
out number 2.
Two-way down.
And
Up next for the Mariners, the designated hitter,
So they're down
Randy
to follow out.
Arozarena
Randy Arozarena
to be the last shot for Seattle here.
Swings and misses.
Swung and missed
And
at the
it's
curve.
0-1.
Count is 0-1. That one misses for a ball,
Donovan off
evening
of
the
first,
count.
2 away.
Arozarena.
They're down to their final
He swung and missed at the curveball again. Count is 1-2.
Fouls it off, still 1-2.
Got a hold of that one. Another curveball.
Misses just off the outside.
Missed that
edge. I
one.
think that was a
Count
strike.
even at 2.
Just missing off the plate there, according to the umpire, and out there on the mound, maybe trying to get an explanation. Can't say he's convinced, but it looks like he's accepted it.
Got him.
Oh, and he strikes out looking. Well, I wasn't expecting a curveball, and Seattle is going to drop this game 4-0.
So you get out of here feeling good about this win. Ultimately, there was great pitching and defense to keep that other team off the board. You always
The
feel good about a win
Astros
like this.
have taken the first 2 games of this
shutout
series.
in this one. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding.
So we'll have game 3 and game 4. This is interesting. All right, so we're about to finish game 2 here. Going to go into game number 3 here shortly. So I will be back in just a moment. Okay. All right, we are back. We're going to do a quick manage here for game number 3. As we will see George Kirby take on Hunter Brown. Houston gets on the board in the top of the 4th inning as Jeremy Pena hits a homer to center. Seattle answers with a run as Naylor scores on a Dominic Canzone triple.
Safe. Out. Out.
We got 5 innings in the books. Score is tied at 1. Score remains tied at 1 going into the 7th. Seattle takes the lead in the bottom of the 7th as Robert Refsnyder scores on a Cal Raleigh single to left. George Kirby, we're going to let him go into the 8th.
Out. You're out. Out.
And he will make it through the 8th inning.
Out.
We don't score in the bottom of the 8th. We got the top of the 9th inning coming up, and we're going to pull Kirby, and we're going to have Andres Munoz come in and shut the door.
Now pitching for the Mariners, number 75.
You're out.
Andres Munoz.
Gives up a double to Christian Walker.
Now running at second base, number 10, Joey Loperfido.
Struck out Diaz. Single to Altuve. He gets Myers to ground out, so the Mariners will avoid the sweep, defeating the Astros 2-1. George Kirby goes 8 innings, gives up 5 hits, a run, which was earned, walked 1, gave up and struck out 7. The Astros had 7 hits. Cam Smith had none. And then Correa and Alvarez each had none. Alvarez did draw a walk, so. Hunter Brown goes 6 innings, 6 hits, gave up 2 runs, walked 1, struck out 5. Okert goes an inning, gives up a hit. Walks 1, and then Brian Abreu goes an inning, gives up a hit, and then that's it. For the Mariners, it was Kirby, 8 innings, 5 hits, 1 run earned, walked 1, struck out 7, and then Andres Munoz goes an inning, gives up 2 hits, strikes out 1, and once again, Seattle is going to avoid the sweep as they get the win over Houston. They get the win over Houston 2-1. And I know I said I was going to play 2 games in Sim 2, but I'm a little pressed for time. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start quick managing this last game. And then when I get to the 7th inning, depending on if the game is close, I'm going to jump in and finish it. If it's out of hand, I'm just going to let it go, and then we'll go from there. But let's just see what happens. So this will be the final game in this 4-game series between the Astros and the Mariners. It will be Logan Gilbert and Tatsuya Umini. Yeah, I was going to think of that too. So we're going to take Rivas out. And honestly, we're facing a right-hander, right? Yeah, we're gonna bring in Bliss. All right. Oh hell no! I did not just do what I think I did I?
From the home of the Mariners since 1999, T-Mobile Park here in Seattle. The show brings you a matchup of division rivals. It's the Houston Astros taking on the Seattle Mariners. With Chris Singleton, I'm...
Yeah, that's what I did.
Pitch coming. Just about to get started.
Let's go up to the 7th inning, because this is
Out. You're out. Out. First base. First base. 3. That's ball 4.
damn.
Out. 3. 3. You're out. Ball 4.
What
Take
the?
it. Out. 3. Out. You're out. 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 3. Out. You're out. 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 3. 3. 3. Out. Out. You're out. 3. 3. Out. Out. You're out. Out. 3.
What in the hell did I just watch?
We're back, and I don't know who this guy is, but it's definitely not the same pitcher we saw last time out, Singy.
Yeah, Boog. Channel.
What in the hell did I just watch here? Okay, so I don't know what the hell happened, but they went completely bonkers in the first inning. Crawford got hit by a pitch. Raleigh got hit by a pitch. Naylor hit a single to right and Crawford scored. Canzone grounded to right for a single. Raleigh came around to score. Rodriguez struck out. Donovan walked. Canzone moved up to second. Refsnyder got hit by a pitch. Naylor came across to score. Canzone moved up. Donovan moved up. Rosarena singled to right. Canzone scored. Donovan scored. And then Refsnyder... Ah, damn. This is insane. And that was all in one inning. That was in one inning. I have to ask. He didn't even last an inning. He gave up all 5 runs in an inning. He got credited with a third of an inning of work. Damn. What the hell? Wow.
His inner Greg Maddux out there, painting corners like it's a summer art class.
Wow.
Myers, the leadoff batter, as he looks at ball 1.
Well, these Astros, as you probably noticed, haven't been shy at the plate at all. In fact, they've probably been too aggressive at times. One thing that stands out looking over the numbers is the amount of outs they have on the first pitch of the at-bat.
And he dodges that fastball. The wind to kick the 2-0.
I'd really like to see him make an adjustment. Get more patient and start waiting for that right pitch. Not just the first pitch. I think that could make a big difference in this one.
Strike 1.
Seems like the hitters are struggling with their timing today. Kind of caught in between that sharp fastball and the nasty slider. I'd like to see him settle on a consistent pitch.
He's one of those Dave McCarty, Mark Carrion,
I'm
Ricky
stunned.
Henderson types. Throw left. Pat Wright.
You make a note of those guys because
I'm just stunned.
It's like, man, you're left-handed, but you hit right-handed.
Little dribbler up along third, and that's a foul ball.
He's going to foul that one off.
Oh, great stop.
That
Throw
one
to
a
first,
second.
and they get the out.
And we get the out.
Up next for the Astros.
So next up for Houston, Joey Loperfido, who's 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts. That one finds the zone. It's 0-1.
I gotta say, this is a very this is interesting. I actually kind of like this.
Swings through it for the K. Picks up strikeout number 7.
Oh, there he gets the slider in on his hands, and it just eats him up. You know, it's hard to get the
I think I may do some of this.
You just feel like
This
you're
is
crowded on the
pretty
inside
cool.
part of the plate. Can't get any extension. That's one he definitely should have laid off of.
So we got 2 outs in the top of the 7th.
Allen in the box again.
Gilbert
Takes a strike.
just
2
crossed 80
down, nobody
pitches.
on. Here in the top half of inning number 7. Top of the zone, and it's called a strike.
Looked pretty good as far as being in the
He's got
strike
good
zone, but I'm
energy,
sure as
so
a hitter, not too good.
I wanted
With where it
to
was located,
bring him
very
into
top
the
of
8th
strike
inning
zone,
would not be a
middle
bad
away.
idea.
Swing and a miss, struck him out.
So
Nothing doing
we're going to
there
the
for
bottom of the
Houston.
7th
They're
inning,
down here 5-1.
and we're ahead 5-1.
Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summary.
The first baseman, Josh Naylor.
So we're gonna just jump back into quick manage.
Ball 4, take your base.
Got
Out. You're out.
2 more runs, so we're up 7-1.
Out. 3. Out.
So they made a bullpen change as Houston got a run in the top of the 8th. So we're going to the bottom of the 8th inning.
3. First base. 3.
So we're going to the bottom. We're going to the 9th inning. It is 7-2. Yusufur Salita is on the mound. Zach Cole is at the dish.
Out.
So it's going to be Cole, Myers, and Yuvasatla.
3.
And we got 1 more out to go. So we'll look at Nick Allen with the runner at first.
Out.
And the Mariners are going to pick up the win,
Both teams are
7-2.
ready for the first pitch of the ball game.
As
Swinging bats, scoring runs, just
they
being aggressive.
jumped
I feel
on
like they set tone.
the Astros starter,
Created a momentum,
put up
took them
5
over the
runs
finish
in the
line.
first inning,
7-2
and
your final
never
here
looked
today.
back.
For Chris Singleton and our entire crew, I'm John Schaub
So-
saying so long.
We'll split the series 2-2 as Houston gets the win 7-2. Logan Gilbert goes 7 2/3, gives up 6 hits, 9 strikeouts, and 1 earned run. Naylor went 2 for 3 with an RBI and 2 runs. Canzone goes 4 for 5 with an RBI and 2 runs. Houston, Christian Walker went 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Nick Allen went 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI as well. Again, the series will end 2 games apiece. I can honestly say I have found some unique ways to get this stuff done, and it is pretty cool. So we lose games 1 and 2, but we come back and win games 3 and 4. We will be traveling down from Seattle, down into the 619 to face the San Diego Padres for 3 games. That series will feature Brian Wu against Michael King in Game 1. Game 2 will be Luis Castillo and Joe Musgrove. And then Game 3 will be Bryce Miller against Yu Darvish. The Padres are currently sitting at 6-10. Your Seattle Mariners are currently sitting at 8-9. We are still in last place. We are 3 games behind Houston and the Angels, who are both sitting at 11-6. Texas is sitting at 8-8, as are the Athletics. Seattle is, of course, sitting at 8-9. Defensively, we're going to need to make some changes. I don't know what. It's still early. It's still too early because we're in the middle of April and it's still early. But I do know that we're probably going to be hitting this trade market and looking for some upgrades at some positions, or at least some bench, or at least some help on the bench, because, I mean, we need it. But until next time, I will see you guys later. Let's take a quick look here real quickly before we go. We'll start with the American League West and work our way backwards as it is. The Astros and the Angels are tied for first. The Rangers are 2.5 back at 8-8, as are the Athletics, who are also 8-8. Your Mariners are 8-9. They are 3 games back. In the American League Central, the Kansas City Royals are sitting at 11-5. They are 4 games up on the White Sox, 4.5 up on the Twinkies, 5 up on the Tigers, and 5.5 up on the Guardians. Surprisingly, the Guardians and the Tigers. I'm more surprised that the Tigers have a losing record right now. But it's still early, so we'll see how it balances out. For the American League East, the Yankees and the Red Sox are tied for first place. I feel like I've jumped back to the 2010s. The fact that the Yankees and the Red Sox are tied for first place. The Orioles are a game back at 9-7. The Blue Jays are 8-7, a game and a half back. And the Rays are 4.5 back at 5-10. For the wild card, the Astros and the Angels have a game and a half lead. The Yankees and the Red Sox have a game lead. Then you have the Orioles. Then you have the Blue Jays, the Rangers, the A's, your Mariners, and then pretty much everybody else. For the National League East, the New York Mets are sitting at 12-5. They are a game and a half ahead of the Phillies, who are at 10-6. The Nationals are at 5-11. Marlins are 5-12, and the Braves are 4-13. For the Central, the Cubs are 13-3. The Brewers are sitting at 11-4. They're at a game and a half back. The Reds are 7-9. The Pirates are 6-10, as are the Cardinals. For the West, the Giants and the Rockies actually are tied for first at 9-7. The Diamondbacks are 8-9. They're a game and a half back. Dodgers are 7-9, 2 games back, and then the Padres bring up the rear at 6-10. They are 3 games back in the National League West. For the wild card, it is the Brewers, who are 2.5 back, 2.5 up. The Phillies are a game up. Then you have the Giants and the Rockies tied at 9-7. Diamondbacks are a game and a half back. So, I mean, right now, it would be the Brewers. It looks like it'd be the Brewers and the Phillies, with the Giants and the Rockies fighting over that third slot. Maybe. I don't know. I don't remember how this works. But that is all. We will be back tomorrow. I'm thinking tomorrow. Although I may take a day off, and just so I can get a few other things done. You know what? Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. So there will be no live stream tomorrow. Instead, we will do a live stream on Wednesday, and that will be when we will do this 3-game series here against the Padres. So I will see you guys on Wednesday, and we will knock out this 3-game series against the Padres. Until then, I will see you guys later. Y'all have a great day.